would like to announce Seamus Egan, Moira Smiley, and Yann Falquet. Make them welcome.
Cold and snow lay on the ground, and we, our thoughts, our souls the clear voice in stillness we offer up a sweet devotion. We stand amazed upon the ground. We offer up a silent motion into the darkness that surrounds.
When harpers once in wooden hall a shining chord would strike, their songs like arrows pierced the soul of great and low alike. Aglow by hearth and candle flame, from burning branch to ember, the mist of all their music sang as if to ask in wonder, is there a moment quite as keen, or memory as bright, as light and fire and music sweet to warm the winter's night?
Thank you very much. Well, hello. Well, this is very lovely, I think. It's snowing outside and it's feeling very, very seasonal. And thank you so much for coming out this evening and joining us here at the wonderful Burnham Hall. Yeah, absolutely. I think this is my third time maybe playing here, and with Yann, we played here last year, and it feels like now that I'm here in Vermont, it's very much our local show,
It's your
which
yes.
I kind of like.
I know, it's 7-minute drive.
7-minute drive.
Incredible.
We've had dressing rooms that are further from the stage
Yes.
than that. And more treacherous. So this is, really lovely to be back here
So
tonight.
good.
Thank you so much, Beth. We started off there with Moira Smiley, everyone.
Local gal. We did The Darkest Midnight, and that's one of the Wexford carols from Ireland, but it's a bit redone with some new words that I made. So that was The Darkest Midnight.
And I'm sure you've heard of Wexford carols or the Wexford carol. There's a bunch of carols that are sort of grouped as the Wexford carols. There's like 12 or 13 of them, and they're all as cheery as the one. They're the tradition there in Wexford, the sort of southeast part of Ireland, where these songs come from, traditionally would have been sung by men, groups of men who are obviously not that cheery, it's.
But it's beautiful because they're also really ornamented and a lot of like filigree, and so they're really unusual and therefore just rare. And I think there's still some singing of that nature still happening today too. The tradition going on.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
But that's what we started with there, and then we went into some jigs, Yann and myself, there, and they were cheery enough, I think, just to sort of.
Which is good because
we're going to continue in the cheery Christmas theme.
yeah. No, we're not. It's my job to bring you down into the bleakness and the. So this is a beautiful song called In the Bleak Midwinter. Many of you know it. It's a text by Christina Rossetti. She wrote it in the 1870s, and it's been set in a lot of ways. This tune was set by Gustav Holst very famously. It's just this gorgeous tune. So here we go.
In the bleak midwinter, frosty winds made moan. shepherd, I would give a lamb. If I were a wise man, I would say my part. Yet what can I give him? I'll give my
Well, nothing says the holiday season like banjo music. At least that's what I tell myself. Every day of the year.
Although accordion might have you beat, so
That's very close.
we'll take a vote.
We're not taking any chances right now.
Full Christmas.
This is holiday, damn
yes.
it. Accordion and banjo. And moderately in tune banjo. It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
So we're going to play a couple of tunes. The first one was written by a very good friend of ours from Chicago, a great piano accordion player, keeping the theme going. His name is Jimmy Keane, and I've known him since I was very young. And Jimmy he's a great writer of tunes, and he wrote this tune after apparently a very memorable evening he spent many years ago in Charleston, West Virginia. Jimmy's version of this tune is considerably more boisterous than the version that we're going to play for you now, but I think he'd had a very different evening than we're having at the minute. And not to say we won't get there.
The night is young.
We don't want to peak too soon. You have to, especially at our age.
Yeah.
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 So this is for all of us. So in a blinding burst of inspiration known only to piano accordion players and occasionally banjo players, he called it the Charleston. And then we're going to go into an old traditional tune after that that's called the Contradiction. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thanks very much. Well, it's wonderful to get to play with this gentleman sitting next to here, Mr. Yann Falquet. And I know that many of you are fans of his work in his day job with Genticorum.
Genticorum.
And I think Yann has a seasonal song for us.
Yes. I will contribute one seasonal number for this evening. I grew up in Quebec. I'm now, like these two fine folks, a Vermonter. I live in Brattleboro, but lived most of my life in Quebec, grew up an hour north of Montreal. We have about the same amount of snow, because you guys, I think, are higher in altitude, but it's very similar scene, you can imagine. Very, very beautiful winters, very wintry Christmases. Although there's a strange tradition in my family. My mom is very fond of her Christmas cactus, which was the beginning of her phase of figuring out how to have the cats not knock all the decoration of the tree. So the cactus was the first step for that. We're going to do a song. It's called Le Gui et le Hou, the mistletoe and the holly. And it's kind of cool that the lyrics, it talks about how these, you probably know plants better than I know. I'm not good with plants, but I think they grow kind of on other trees and a bit kind of parasites in a way. And it says how over the year these plants grow on our apple trees and kind of strain them, but then we all cut them and free our trees to be happy, but then have beautiful houses decorated with these red and white pearls. Perles rouges et perles blanches. Can you say that? Perles rouges et perles blanches. And these two plants in French are le gui et le hou. Can you say that?
Le gui et le hou.
There you go. You know the chorus of the song, so just join in if you feel like it. Perles rouges et perles blanches, le gui et le hou. Yeah? Let's try. 2, 3, 4. Le frêle gui nargue l'hiver, le hou solide est toujours vert. Le frêle gui nargue l'hiver, le hou solide est toujours vert. Pour la Noël fleurissez-vous de gui de hou. Perles rouges, perles blanches, le gui et le hou. Perles rouges, perles blanches, le gui et le hou. Le gui accable les pommiers, le hou envahit le hallier. Le gui accable les pommiers, le hou envahit le hallier. Pour la Noël fleurissez-vous de gui de hou. Perles rouges, perles blanches, le gui et le hou. Perles rouges, perles blanches, le gui et le hou. Tout dehors naîtront nos maisons et nos vergers refleuriront. Tout dehors naîtront nos maisons et nos vergers refleuriront. Pour la Noël fleurissez-vous de gui de hou. Perles rouges, perles blanches, le gui et le hou. Perles rouges, perles blanches, le gui et le hou. blanche, le gui et le hou. Perle rouge, perle blanche, le gui et le hou. Perle rouge, perle blanche, le gui et le hou. Perle rouge, perle blanche, le gui et le hou. Well done. Merci.
Yann Falquet.
The first time I met Yann was, I think we were in our 20s. You may not remember this, but we were at the Champlain Valley Folk Fest, and he was with, you were with a duo, right? Tuk? Yeah, Tuk. Trio. And they were so good, so cute, and I was like, I'm getting to meet some real musicians from Canada. And it was so exciting. And I remember that was the first time that I knew or learned what a toque was, and that I'm wearing one, right? Toque. And then I also got.
That's not a toque.
I guess this isn't officially a toque, but it's kind of. It's so not a toque.
I mean,
Oh my God.
I'm the toque police. So we can-
Okay. Well, okay.
Whoa.
I think the CD had a picture of a toque, right? On the and I played that CD a lot, and so I do know what a toque is, guys. But this is kind of a general. It was an exciting moment, and I remember I was singing with Larry Gordon, who actually did wear a toque. It's a wool hat, right? That's kind of rolled up, and it's pillbox-like, and it's. Yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to tell you my first Yann story, and I've been just the deepest fan of this gentleman ever since. So, yeah.
We're right back.
Things started to take a turn there on the toque.
I know.
I'm so glad I didn't wade in on that one.
Woo. Woo. Woo.
See, the holidays can be a fraught time.
They
Maura.
are.
They really can.
Especially when you're around family.
Yeah, you gotta be careful what you bring up at the table, or the stage, or around your head. Well, we're gonna play a tune now. Yann mentioned that he's a recent, I suppose,
Vermonter.
resident here in the state, and I've been here a little longer now, but this tune that we'll play for you now, I think it's probably the first tune that I wrote upon arriving here in Vermont, and it was sort of inspired by the journey to get here. I know I've probably mentioned this before, but I moved from Philadelphia, and I rented a U-Haul, a very large U-Haul, and drove it myself, which it was, I wasn't long learning that was something that was probably not the best idea I'd ever had, and was sort of wishing that they would give you a test before giving you, don't you think? I was thinking, if there are any other people on the road like me driving that large truck, we're all in grave danger.
Yeah.
And there should be some sort of a test, which I would have gladly failed. But anyway, that sort of was the beginning of the inspiration for this next tune. And when I finally got to Vermont and I kind of crossed over the state line and I saw the sign saying, "Welcome to Orwell," I sort of thought to myself, well, that's unusual. And I thought to myself, well, I'll write a tune for this moment if I make it to where I'm going, which was just down the road in Bristol. So I made it, got out of the truck, and wrote this tune. But the nice little thing that's happened that like brings me just a quiet smile occasionally when I'm in the car now, and this tune, the VPR has taken to playing it like just before Eye on the Sky. And, or occasionally. And it makes me so happy that Welcome to Orwell is played on the radio here. It just brings me untold, quiet joy. So if you see me driving around and I'm smiling, that's probably what's happened. Usually I'm not smiling. Here's Welcome to Orwell. Oh, we should mention that was a good segue. Is it next week? Yeah, next week or the week
Yes.
on the 17th of December.
Yes.
If you're tuning into the radio, we're going to be on Vermont Edition. The three of us.
The three of
live.
us.
So
Yeah. And there's a live, you can come and be in the studio with us. So if you'd like to come, it's early. It's around noon on the 17th. And there's a live audience. And I think they're still selling tickets. Or I think it's free, but you have to reserve. So.
you can call out sick for work. And all that talking, the guitar went out of tune.
Yeah, it's ornery. And we have, we're going to take a break after one more song. And I'm personally excited to buy Yann's new record, which is gorgeous. And one of my favorite records is Good Winter, which Seamus has out on vinyl. So if you're the millennial part of your family would like a record, they are there for you. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, here's my favorite tune.
Thank you. Well, like Moira said, we're going to play one more and then take a short break for some light refreshments, which I know there are some nearby because we've seen them. And like Moira mentioned, we do have some cultural artifacts with us this evening.
Relics.
And
Relics.
well,
Really.
well, that's cheery.
Yeah.
Call them what you will, but they're back there, and we've been told they can make lovely presents at this time of year. So take a chance, find out if that's true. So we're going to finish the set with a song.
This is called Morning Dove. It's one of the songs that kind of got me through 2021, 22, and some dark times. And it's about seeing a pair of mourning doves right by our house in Bristol and seeing how they worked beautifully together and came and went, took care of their young. And I learned at that time about the idea of differentiation within a sweet couple. How do you stay on the long journey? And part of that is that idea of being able to do separate things and love separate things, but then your bond gets even stronger and closer, and that's kind of what I saw in those birds. So this is Morning Dove. I love, actually, if you would like to sing along on this, it would be so nice. There's two spots. One is this kind of place where you can fly away on the instrumental, and that just goes and that repeats a couple times. So if you want to catch that, please do. The other part to sing along on is Winter at My Window. Just that. And then I'll sing after, You wrap me in your solitude. Okay, I can't help it. I'm a choir composer, and I just can't help it. So here we go.
In the dark of the morning, in the hush of the night, child, come home in the twilight, winter at my window. You wrap me in your solitude. Whoa.
Moira Smiley.
Thank you, everybody.
We'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. Moira will be joining us shortly. Don't worry, we know why you're here. you. Thanks very much. Thank you. Please welcome back Miss Moira Smiley.
I love how all of Seamus's compositions, they're like multi-movement and, you know, they go on a journey and through many different vistas, through a forest and then through an open plain and then up a mountain and then back down and then through a river and up icy, icebergs. It just feels so exciting to...
It's because I'm getting chased.
Because you're getting chased. I know. All of them.
I'm running for my life.
You're running for your life. I know. These are the things of dreams. Oh, God. Oh. Well, we're going to do an old carol, and I just was thinking about carols and how I grew up singing carols that were from a certain era, probably mostly, the last 100 years, but carols are a very, 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 very old tradition, and tracing back to medieval times in Europe, and they were often the songs, they were sung in church, but they were often then just taken home and sung by the parishioners. There were also official, town employees that were tasked with singing carols around town, and it's kind of like hiring carolers now. But there was always this feeling of spreading the joy, right, to all the corners of town. And this song we discovered a while ago when Solace was recording and doing some Christmas shows. And this is from the Oxford Book of Carols, and it was just one of these kind of creepy, beautiful, dark carols, because I need that. And and so it's called Ye Sons of Men with Me Rejoice, but it kind of also goes through many different harmony journeys on its way to the, and also the words, just this, within a manger there he lay, his dress was neither rich nor gay, in him you truly might see a pattern of humility. This is quite fancy language, so enjoy. This is called Ye Sons of Men.
Joyful tidings here we bring of this heavenly babe, the newborn King, who from his mighty throne above came down to magnify this love to all such as would him embrace and would be born again in grace. shepherds by the angels were, to Bethlehem straight to be born. Within manger there he lay, his dress was neither rich nor gay. To him use truly there might see a pattern of humility. Weird, right?
Winter. A sharp, bitter day. The robin turns plump against the cold. The sun is weak, silver faded from gold. He is late in his coming and short in his stay. Man, beast, bird, and air, all purging, all cleansing. A snowdrop by the road today bowed gracefully, and high upon the wing, up in the sparkling nothingness, a lone bird began to sing. Can gentle spring be far away? Thanks very much. That was that set started there with a poem written by the legendary Irish singer, songwriter, musician Tommy Makem, who I'm sure you all are familiar with. Tommy wrote that, and it's called Winter. And then we went into a tune that I wrote a couple of years ago now, actually, again, shortly after I moved here and experienced my first winter, which, you know, when you tell people that you're moving to Vermont, they tell you how beautiful it is in the spring, and the summer is just, you know, just perfect, and autumn, oh, forget about autumn, you're going to love autumn. And then it's spring, and then it was like, I never realized until I got here that no one had talked about winter, and that first year made quite an impression on me. I remember looking out the window. I think it was in May sometime, and asking Moira, "Is it always like this here?"
Snow on my birthday.
It was. It took a little bit of getting used to, but one of the things I ended up being very appreciative of was, like, on a very cold day, going outside all bundled up, and then hoping, and then if it happened, just a little bit of sun would crack through, and you would feel that warmth on some exposed bit of skin, and in that moment you just kind of felt sort of hopeful, and that the pain would soon stop, and it happened that I was working on a tune that sort of had, strangely, a hopeful feel to it, and I thought, well, we need a name for that, and I just randomly came across this word that is the word that represents, that is that feeling of the warmth cutting through the cold air, and it's called apricity, and so I called it apricity once. So there you are. Some information you never even asked for, but I gave it to you anyway in the holiday spirit.
Well, now we will try to watch White Christmas every, in November, and just get ready for snow, 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 and then we feel like we're gonna be okay. Yeah.
Speak for yourself. But one of the great joys of the last, well, I suppose the last 15 plus years, was that I had been given the opportunity to go to Boston every year for the past, with Yann for many of those years, and Moira for some of those years, to do a Christmas show that was called Christmas Celtic Sojourn, and it was run by this fellow. His name was Brian O'Donovan, and I'm sure some of you, if not most of you, have come across him. He had a radio show at WGBH for many years, like 30 years or so, and he was a great supporter, and he did an awful lot for Irish music in America, especially up here in New England. He was a wonderful man, but he ran this Christmas show for many years, and I had the good fortune to be a part of it. Brian passed last year, and so it's strange not being there these days at this time of year. But one of the poems that was always read as part of the show, even if the show was way too long, which it often was, this poem was never ever cut. It's not a very long poem, but it was written by a very dear friend of mine, who fortunately is no longer with us. A great fiddle player, and I know you know who he is. You've listened to Silly Wizard, and his name is Johnny Cunningham. Wonderful fiddle player. And so anyway, he wrote this poem, and he called it Reflections on a Scottish Christmas. The dark of winter wraps around us tight. The lamps are fired, and flickering light beats time to the fiddle as notes float softly down like the year's first snow. While outside the window, a blast of late December wind whistles harmony to the drone of the pipes. We push the old year back against the wall so we can dance a jig for Christmas and welcome in the new.
Hey, oh, nobody home, eat nor drink nor money have none, yet shall we be merry. Hey, oh, nobody home. So, cake, please good Mrs. A so cake, apple, pear, plum, or cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. One for Peter, two for Paul, three for the one who made us all. God bless the master of this house and the mistress also, and all the little children that round your table grow, the cattle in your stable and the dog by your front door, and all that dwell within your gates. We wish them 10 times more. So, cake, please good Mrs. A so cake, apple, pear, plum, or cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. One for Peter, two for Paul, three for the one who made us all. Go down into your cellar and see what you can find. If the barrels are not empty, we hope you will be kind. We hope you will be kind. If you're tired and Targaryen, will come no more a soul until this time next year. So, cake, please good Mrs. A so cake, apple, pear, plum, or cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. One for Peter, two for Paul, three for the one who made us all. Yeah. The streets are very dirty and my shoes are very thin. I have a little pocket to put a penny in. If you haven't got a penny, well, a halfpenny will do. If you haven't got a halfpenny, God bless you. Oh, so cake, please good Mrs. A so cake, apple, pear, plum, or cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. One for Peter, two for Paul, three for the one who made us all. So cake, please good Mrs. A so cake, apple, pear, plum, or cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. One for Peter, two for Paul, three for the one who made us all. We are not daily beggars who beg from door to door, but we are neighbors' children whom you have seen before. We are your neighbors' children whom you have seen before. Love and joy come to you. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Oh!
I just wanted to make an announcement also. We don't get to do shows together that often, Seamus and I. And I'm going to be taking off for Florida very soon. And what I wanted to say is that I'm coming back and doing a little surprise concert at the Round Church in Richmond on the 22nd. And so I wanted to let you know. It's just going to be very vocal and very meditative, and you'll have to bring blankets, and it's going to just be candlelit at 5 p.m. as darkness falls. And we're just doing some old songs and also some improvisations, myself and 3 other singers, Mary Bonhag, David Ruffin, and Tim Parsons. So just wanted to let you know. And this is, it's such a treat to do concerts here and amongst you. Such a pleasure. And I'm going to leave the stage and, is this happening? Girls on the line?
You don't have to leave.
No? Oh,
I mean,
okay.
If you've something better
I'll
to
stay.
do.
Never. Okay. Well, here's Girls on the Line.
Okay, here we go. Thank you. Thanks very much.
I can also talk. Yeah. This is a waltz if you want to go dancing.
This is called Watch the Stars, See How They Run. This is off a new album that I just made called The Rhizome Project. Many of you were part of this album. It's about wonder in times, even of times of terror.
the sun. Oh, watch the moon, see how it shines. Ah, watch the moon, see how it shines. Watch the wind, see how it blows. Oh, watch the wind, see how it blows. The wind comes up at the setting of the sun. Oh, watch the wind, see how it blows. Oh, watch the wind, see how it blows.
Well,
Well.
that got spooky all of a sudden.
Seamus is using something called a vocoder, where basically you produce one note and it makes harmonies to it. Did you notice this? Yeah, it's pretty magic, right?
Now the magic is gone.
But when he speaks at home, when we're home and I'm, on the computer and he's practicing that, sometimes when he speaks, it's like the monster has arrived and yeah.
Yann wants me to do it. I won't do it.
No monsters. No monsters. Yeah.
I won't. Anyway, before this takes a turn, we're nearing the end of the evening. Oh, well, you're very, very kind. But we're still nearing the end of the evening. But we're not there yet.
Yay!
Soon, though. But not now.
If you did that whole bit, but with the harmonizer, it would be so much better.
Okay, I'll stop it. But before we head away and finish soon in the near future, we would like to thank you all very much for coming out this evening. and making us feel so very welcome once more back here at Burnham Hall. Thank you very, very much.
I want to thank Beth and Sean, who's been running sound so beautifully, and I know I'm taking over your job, but I also want to thank Karen Dowds for helping with the merchandise back there, and all of you for bringing sweets to eat and yourselves. So I wanted to say my thanks. Now over to you, Seamus, if you have any more.
You covered everything.
Okay.
So,
And
well, just before we go, just to let you know once more who's who up here on the stage. This is Mr. Yann Falquet.
Yeah.
And this is Moira Smiley.
this is none other than the man who runs in Bristol every day. His name is Seamus Egan.
Thanks very much. Well, afterwards we'll be down at the back, so we'll catch you before you leave.
Yeah, we'll say
And
bye.
if you'd like us to sign anything,
Yes,
we could do that.
we're available.
'Cause what's a cultural artifact without a signature? So we're going to leave you with
Yes.
some more merriment.
Yeah. This is called Wassail. There are so many versions of this, but we'd love for you to sing with us. It goes, love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. Can you try that? Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. And then, God bless you and send you a happy new year. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. There you go. We're going to do that over and over. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves so green, and here we come a-wandering so fairly to be seen. Here we come a-wandering so fairly to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. We are not daily beggars that beg from door to door, but we're your neighbor's children whom you have seen before. We are your neighbor's children whom you have seen before. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. We have a little purse and it's made of leather skin. We need a silver sixpence to line it well within. I need a silver sixpence to line it well within. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year.
Moira Smiley, Yann Falquet.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you.
You're very kind.
Oh, man. We're... it's, whew, yeah. Yes, you probably are. So, as a part of this last album, this is called the Rhizome Project, and it's all string quartet arrangements, but as a part of this, there was a book written that included photos of people in this room who, to me, represented each of these songs, one of the songs. And then also on this track, I had the great honor of setting or having the poem of the great Naomi Shihab Nye. She's most known for her poem Kindness, which is an incredible poem and one to revisit. And but this song, this poem that she wrote is about sleep and dreaming as a refuge, and she's thinking of children in war and how as we dream and as we make beauty, we give people a refuge, like a shoreline. And so we sang, Deborah Felmuth, who I think is here, was the voice of this poem, and also a Palestinian friend of mine spoke it with Deborah from across the earth. And so here's John of Dreams by Bill Caddick. Yeah.
When midnight comes, good people homeward tread. Seek now your blanket and your feather bed. Home is the rover, her journey's over. Yield up the darkness to all John dreams. Yield up the darkness to all John dreams. Across the hills, the sun has gone astray. Tomorrow's cares are many dreams away. Sweet candles dying, the stars are flying. Yield up the nighttime to all John dreams. Yield up the nighttime in old John dreams. I'll find their comfort in old John dreams.
And the person who represented this song for me in this neighborhood of the world was Ron Rost, the great Ron Rost. And in the book, he is pictured with his oars for his little boat. And so here he's taking us across the river of sleep, or the lake.
Now that you're sleeping, dreams come winging clear. The hawks of morning cannot harm you here. Sleep is a river, flows on forever, and for your boatman, choose old John of dreams. And for your boatman, choose old John of dreams. And for your boatman, choose old John of dreams.
Thank you very much. Happy holidays. Safe home. Good night.